Hello and welcome to the Inclusion PC virtual learning series in collaboration with Mental Ability Pre-Employment, reflecting on your abilities and passions. My name is Manjeet. I will be your host today. I would like to acknowledge I am joining from the unceded traditional territory of the Katsi, Semiahmoo, Commandant, and other Coast Salish people. Before we start, a few notes about the session. This is a 45-minute session. There will be a 30-minute presentation. During that time, your microphone will be muted. The last 15 minutes will be a question and answer block. You can use the chat function to enter questions at any time, but we will also unmute your microphone to allow people to ask questions by raising their hand at the end too. I would now like to introduce you to Leah. Leah is our technical support and will help monitor our chat box. You are free to turn your video on or off by selecting the picture of the camera. A red line will show through the camera icon or picture when you turn the video off. This session is being recorded and the recorded audio will be posted on the Inclusion PC website. Before I turn the session over to our presenters to get us started, I would like to ask if there is anything else we can include in the guidelines to make this virtual space feel more comfortable and safe. I will now turn the session over to our presenters to introduce themselves and get us started. Enjoy the session.
Okay, but thank you so much, Majid, for the introduction, and also thank you everybody who is there in this nice day of September 14. My name is Pepe Duarte, and I want to acknowledge that today I'm joining you from the traditional and unceded territory of the Musqueams, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh Nation in what is now called Vancouver, BC. No, and thank you so much to everybody in Inclusion BC who make these things happen. No, Jill, the other Jill, Leah, and all the team. And I'm so happy to be here. And I will share with you some ideas, some experience, some conversations I have with different people during my time as a career advisor. And please be free if you have any questions or you want to address some particular situation. I will be happy to, if I have the answer, I know the answer. I will try my best to do that answer. But if no, I promise you, I will do my best to find someone who help us to solve this situation. No, and the other thing I want to tell you is today is a beautiful day, but we have smoke in the middle of the sun and the city. And sometimes during this journey to find a job, the jobs are there, but it's something that we cannot see because we have snow or we have smoke or we have different ideas that make this vision maybe blurry or is something that we cannot see clear. And what I want to share with you during this time is I want to talk with you about if you are looking for a job, what are the dreams you have, what goals you want, and something that really, really important is have a plan, no? And I can be so fast and I can be so in a really good shape, and I can go and wake up so early in the morning to do my workout and be prepared. But the other day, I was talking with my wife and said, you know what? I'm in a hurry to start to run. And she asked me a really nice question. And where are you going? I don't know, but I'm ready. Okay, you want to run? Yes, I have my new shirt. I have my new runners, and I want to go and run. Okay, where are you going? I don't know. And you know what? Having a plan when you are looking for a job is something that give you hope and give you direction. And in my experience, if you follow the plan, you will find what you're looking for. We want to talk a little bit more about dreams, goals, make a plan. We want to talk about a self-assessment and a little bit about what you think you are really good on that, okay? And now, what I want to you ask you is focusing what you are really good and what you can do, no? After we want to talk about our reality check, and I want to share with you my experience in this time with the COVID and the situation, and a couple of information I know maybe you will, uh, it will be interesting for you to know about this journey to find a job. And also, we want to talk about how you can have a goal and how you set those goals. And the goals could be steps. We will work in an action plan, and to the end, I want to tell you where are the jobs. No, that is the menu for today. I hope you enjoy this wonderful lunch. No, and let's start talking. And if you have any comment, if you have any question, please, as Majid mentioned, in the bottom of your screen, you have this small thing. You can go to the chat, and please let me know if you have any comment. And the first thing I want to ask you, and if you can write that, is what do you expect from this learning series? What do you expect from this workshop today? What is something that you want to know about employment? What is your expectation about today? Okay? Is the first question I want to ask you. And please write that question in the chat. No? What do you expect? And Jill, I know she will do a nice summary about the expectations during the time I'm talking. And now let's go. Let's talk a little bit about dreams, goals, and make a plan. Yeah? And you know what? I have for you bad news and a really good news about searching for a job in these COVID-19 times. What news do you prefer first? The bad news or the good news? I hear Pat, I try to read your lips, but let's start with the bad news, okay? The bad news, thank you, Pat. You prefer the bad or the good?
Bad.
The bad. Okay, let's start with the bad. Now you can mute your microphone again. Let me tell you the bad news. In COVID-19 times, to find a job, you wanna need a lot of energy. You wanna need to be focused on what you want, and you want to be, you need to work hard to find a job. That is the bad news. But also the bad news is there are job tears, okay? That means you cannot escape. There are job tears. Now you want to know the good news?
Yeah.
If you want to find a job in this COVID-19, you have to work hard to find a job. You need to be well prepared to find a job. And also, there are jobs there. Let me tell you what happened. It's bad news, it's the same news. The only difference I found is what is the attitude? What is the way you face life. And let me tell you something. I working with different people in my life, helping them to find a job. And if you are one of the person who help people to find a job, one common question I ask is, I know you want to find a job. I know you want to work. You don't care. I just need to find a job. And okay, do you want to work in a construction site? No, 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 no. Do you want to work as a taxi driver? No, 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 no. Do you want to work in computers? No, no, no. Okay, that means you don't want any job. You want a particular job. You know what you want. And something that I discovered in all these times in my life is the people who knows what they want, they found it. It's easy for the people around you to support you, to help you to find a job. Now, sometimes we don't know what we're looking for because we don't know the options. And if you are helping someone to find a job, let me put you this example. You go in for ice cream and I ask you, what flavor of ice cream do you want? And it's a variety of jobs. It's the same when a support person asks, what job do you want? He doesn't know what job they want because we don't know the menu, we don't know the varieties, we don't know the flavors. But what happened, and we start helping you with different kind of options you can work. And instead of saying what flavor of ice cream you want, maybe I can say, oh, do you want vanilla, raspberry, chocolate? And I can give you a list. I can help you to find different options. In a couple of minutes, I want to share with you some options I found, and, and maybe there are jobs you wanted, or also during this COVID-19, there are new jobs that doesn't exist in the past. For example, I have a client who loves to cut things, but he didn't find a job doing this planning and working. He loves work with his hands. But now, you know, the plexiglass that is covered everywhere in the office, he started cutting the plastic glass according to the measures of the offices. He he create their own job because he saw a need, he saw something that happened, and now he's working on that. No, there are jobs that is something that I want to share with you. Not need qualifications, but you can get an income. For example, uh, you can help walking dogs for people. You can help people getting groceries to the store, to your house. There are another jobs that start in the labor market, but I wanna talk about the labor market a little in a couple of minutes. But now, what I want to ask you is what you want to do. What is you are really good. If you like to work with your hands, let's start dreaming at the job you want and try to find a title, try to find the name of that job. If you like to work with people, okay, what is the job you want to do? Maybe you like to be the greeting or the welcome person in a restaurant. I know there are restaurants. And you know what? Something that is really, really important is your your attitude. I want to ask is someone after my introduction, or Jill, you can help me with the expectations we have. If you have a couple, just let me know. Jill? Okay, in the time when the Jill is ready, I just want to know who was the first person to write something, because I have a gift for the first person who write in the expectations or in the chat box. Okay, let me see. I'm checking this, the checkbox. Okay. Jill, when you are ready, let me know who was the first person, because I wanna give you something, and I think Pat, you will be the first person, and I wanna give you because I asked a question, who wants the news, and you were the first persons who replied to me. You want to know about the bad news. Okay, Pat, this is a gift I wanna give you to be the first one to talk, to take the risk and talk, okay? I'm employment counselor, and I wanna give you, if you accept, of course, 1 hour of my time to review your resume, your cover letter, and your career plan, if it is good for you, if you want it, no? And I wanna give you this because you know what? Sometimes we need to take risk on life to find the job we want. Sometimes we need to dream, we can do something, and we can ask people. We can go and be out. And it's something that I wanna give you today. If it's something that I would like to share with you and make give it to you, is please, the jobs are out, no in, no, it's better if you are out actively searching for job than waiting that life happen, okay? It's something that is a decision, a personal decision. If you wanna find the job, the dream job you have, you need to walk, you need to move. But the important thing is, if you have a plan and you know what you want, it will be easy to find different steps to find the job you want. And it's something that I want to create with you. But one thing that I found really, really important on the people who has a job or find a job is this. Do you remember Alice in Wonderland, right? Alice in Wonderland, and you remember the cat, no? The big cat, no? And you remember Alice, and one day, Alice came to a fork in the road and saw a cheesy cat in a tree. And Alice asked, which road do I take? She asked, no? His response was a question. Where do you want to go? I don't know, Alice answered. Then, said the cat, it doesn't matter. Go anywhere. But if you know what you want, if you want to get a job because you want money, let's find something that have the money and have something to do. If you have the job to help people, let's find or let's look for a volunteer position. And from volunteer position, you can jump for a job. And if you want a job just to do something, but the money is not important, but what you want to do is something that is make you feel happy, make you feel good. Okay, let's find places. But the first thing is what you want to do. And I want to ask you just these questions, and in this presentation will be recorded. And if you have time in the afternoon to just write or talk, do you have an idea of what you want to do? Or do you know what do you need to do the work you want? And let me tell you an example. No, I know another person who loves dogs. She loves dogs. And every time when she was in the park, she was watching the dogs, be the dogs, and she know a lot about dogs. And and we talk about what she want to do, and she said, you know what? I can walk dogs, and I can charge money for walking dogs. And you know what? It's something that I love to do. Okay, what do you need to do to in order to have that job? And she said, I don't know. Okay, next time when you see a person walking 2 or 3 or 4 dogs, stop and talk with her kindly and ask her, I love the job you are doing. I think it's hard to do that. It's easy to do that. You do think I can do that job? And she started doing something that we call interview information. She asked to this person what are the qualifications of the information about the job. And when she found all this information, now she started making a plan because she knows what she wants to do. I don't know what you want to do now, but I know that if you have an idea, we can make a plan. Briefly, we can structure a plan if you answer these questions. Do you have the skills, or you need to take a certification or a training? You know someone who is doing this job that help you to do that. And let me tell you something. I have 2 screens. If this is when I see you, but if I've had this one, it's because I have the other screen here. Okay, and this part is really, really important. When you knows what you want, the way or the path will be easy to figure it out and have steps. And also, if you are helping someone, please try to help them with options. Please try to give her examples or give some visuals or some activities out to see what kind of jobs they can do. And I want to share with you these 4 questions. It's just it's just for take the time to write and connect your mind with your hands and everything to put it in one paper, help you to have the vision of what you want. What job you do want, where is the job, how is a normal day in that job, and describe the people you work with in this job. And try to see the options you have, and let's see. And now let's prepare with something that I call self-assessment. And self-assessment, and something I want to tell you is today we want to work about what do you need to have a vision for your job. Tomorrow we will talk about the resume and the cover letters. And the next day or the last session, we will talk about the interviews. And anytime you have questions related to this topic, we can talk, okay? But the first thing I want to ask you is, what are the things you really love to do? And when people are doing something that they love, people notice, and people like people who love the jobs. Let me give you another example. Oh, let me tell you this. Imagine you are preparing for a party, okay? You want to attend a party. You don't know what will you find in this party. But imagine you are in the party and someone came to you and say, hi, hello, my name is Jose. And your reply is, hi, hello, yes, I'm here in this party because you know what? It's COVID and I don't have anything to do. And this is awful. This is example person number 1, okay? Same party, second person, say, oh, hi, hello, my name is Jose. Oh, hi, hello, my name is Jose too. Oh, you are the same place. Yeah. Oh, what are you looking for? Oh, you know what? I found this party and I came here to know more people. I came here to see what happened. I came here to to see the world, yeah? Oh, thank you for coming. And you know what? I think you will find this party this time really, really useful for you because there are a lot of things to share. And now let me tell you, that party, the name is Labor Market. And people who has a positive attitude, people who has a mind, an open mind, they find more options than the people who has a negative attitude. And I don't know what happened, but in my experience, normally when I work with someone and also with me, when I have this positive attitude and doing what I love, I found what I'm looking for. And it's how I find my job. And it's how I'm talking to you now because I do things that I love. And the people who I love, they invite me. And now I'm here sharing with you something that I really, really love to do. And please take your time. And this self-assessment is more about what you want to do, what I consider myself really, really good. What are the skills? I like to talk. I like to write in the computer. I like to do physical activities or more inside activities. I like to be more practical. I like to be more reading or theoretical. And you know what? There are a lot of options now, activities to do in at the job to find a job. And something that I want to tell you is you are unique. And this time and this world, we need people, unique people, working to help all the people to be the positive side of the life. Is what we need. And if you are those kind of positive people in the interview, we will notice, and we want to talk about that. Now, let me tell you what happened, and I call this a reality check because it's, as a job seeker, you have a goal to find a job, and the companies, they have a goal to find the best candidate possible. And let me tell you what happened. The regular way to search for a job seeker. The first thing is I need a job. I don't know what to do. I go to the internet. I search like bartender, or I search for, I don't know how many jobs, but in the internet, there are a variety of jobs. And if I search for HR jobs or for recruiter jobs or for managers or for accountant or for translator or for drivers, I can find 1,000 jobs. But if this doesn't work, I start asking people, hey, you know what? I'm looking for a job. I'm searching for a job. Do you know someone who needs someone with my profile, with my experience, with my skills? And if this doesn't work, it's because maybe you talk with someone and you say, oh, do you know what? I'm really good doing this and I can work in this industry. I like to work in IT or in technology. I would like to work for a company who makes some electronic parts, or I want to work for a company in a warehouse because I'm really good with my hands and with my eyes, putting things together. Or I want to work in and maybe in a warehouse or in an office helping with the files. You start thinking and now from the internet that is this size, you start asking people this size, and now you are in an industry, no? And after you found, oh, you know what? I found this company and this service, then they help people, then they have the same interests like me, and also people who has the same situation as me. Maybe this company will be a good option. And I know a person who is working in what I want to do. Maybe I will ask that person. And now you will get something that we call networking. And networking is the best, it's not a place, but it's a situation really common, and it's how you find your job. And let me tell you what happened with me. One friend invited me to a meeting and I talked with a person. And that person, she knows someone in a company. And when after we meet, She said, you know what, in my company, they have an open position. You do want to apply? Just let me know. And that job, it wasn't in the internet. It wasn't in something that this person talked with her boss, and I sent my resume to her boss. My friend told I give my resume to the friend of my friend, and my boss has my resume. And it's how I meet and I start working. And it's people, if people know you and you have a good attitude and you know what you want, people want to work with you. I'm sure people want, what we want is positive people to work everywhere. Now, let me tell you what happened with the companies. The companies, let's say I talk with my boss and I say, you know what, this Friday is my last day because I'm moving to another position. What my boss will do is they will ask the people in my team, hey, who want to jump in the job of Pepe or Jose? And if nobody in my team apply for my job, my boss will tell to everybody. The same happened. I was volunteering in an organization, and the people, and I was don't earning any money. But when the person who was in charge of the volunteers, the administrator of the volunteers, they left. Um, they asked me if I want to have that position because I know the job, I know what happened, and the companies look, they are looking for people that they know. But if they don't find the person, they go out to the industry and they ask for more people. They ask if someone knows someone who knows someone to find a job. If the company doesn't find the person, they start open more the bubble and looking for more people, and finally they go to the internet. Let me tell you what is the difference now. The people, the first option is the internet. The companies, the first option, there are internal candidates. People start asking the friends, the companies looking internally or in the company. That's mean if you want to find a job, step number one, please define or focus on what you want. Step number two, start making a plan. And in your plan, please include networking and talk with people about what I do. But always remember, please, you are the best product you have. You are something, what you have, your skill in a company, companies are looking for good people. You need to show you good people. Okay, now let's see what is this goal settings. And normally you will find goals, short-term, medium, long-term, and you will find the goals have to be smart, they are measurable, and you know what? I want to tell you something. Make one or two goals or make one or two steps in a month, and it's fine. It's fine. Just one short-term, what job I want, one medium goal. In 2 months, I want to have one interview with people who does the job I want. Long term, I want to have an interview. That's it. Don't make this so complicated. Just one in a time or two in a time. And if you can elaborate more in your goals, it will be fantastic. For example, this was my part of my action plan when I started working or looking for a job in human resources. And my goal was find a job in human resources. What was my action? As an HR manager, what I need to know, certifications, knowledge, skills, experience in Canada, experience out of Canada, language, all what I need to do. And after that, I visit a couple of places to do the networking, to know more people about HR. And finally, I found that the job I do is another way to do HR, is helping people in the other side to find a job. no? And now I want to tell you, where are the jobs? The jobs are in a lot of places. The jobs are in the community. Now with this COVID situation, ask the people what they need. And maybe there are jobs there that you don't know because you don't ask. Of course, there are in the websites, LinkedIn, Indeed, Google, many places you can find jobs. But if you know what you want, make an alarm in LinkedIn or in Indeed or in Google for the job that you want. And also, there are in our organizations, and I know Inclusion BC, they have a bunch of companies, a bunch of organizations, and always we need volunteers. And if you are a volunteer in one organization, they will open a position maybe, and you know what happened. There are more jobs there. Where are the jobs? I told you about the informational interviews. I went with one person and I shared my resume. Tomorrow we will talk about resumes. And imagine, remember we talk about party, no? This party. And in this party, the name is labor market. In that party was a person with a background as me, as human resources, coming from another place, and also with an accent, no? It's something that I have, and I think you notice my accent, no? And I did an informational interview with her, and I talk about what I need to do to have uh, a job here. And she gave me a couple of steps, and I continue this conversation. But the end of that conversation is, in this party that we call labor market, she answered all my questions, and she told me, because you are a happy person. And you know what? I found something. People who has this positive attitude, I don't know why, but attract more happy people to work with. It's something that, believe it or not, is my experience, no? And also, there are entry-level positions that help you to find the job you want and the people you know. The people you know, maybe they have another option for you, or they have more opportunities than maybe, but the thing is, you have to decide and focus on what you want. Now, we talk a little bit about search for a job in a full-time job. Searching for a job is a full-time job, eh? And prepare yourself to be out, please. If you are waiting on the internet, the chances to have the job, there are not the same chances when you are outside. And now I know it's COVID, you cannot be outside, but there are a lot of ways to get connected. And do your homework. Tomorrow we want to talk about the resume and the interviews. What your homework is, make a research about the jobs and make a research about what you are really good and what you want to do. And the next thing is networking. And for me now is everything. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer questions or the comments. And Leah or Jill, let me know who has questions, and I'm happy to answer those questions before we finish. And thank you for listening to me.
I don't see any questions in the chat. Maybe we'll leave it a couple more seconds if people want to ask a question.
Yeah, my name's Andrew. I have a question. I'm currently searching for like an IT positions, mainly like help desk for entry level. I just don't know where do I find it at.
And when you said IT, you know, IT has a variety of
Yeah, I did the
avenues.
help desk.
No, and the help desk. You know what?
Help desk as in networking, like, you know, help desk, like, and it's not programming, by the way.
And I want to ask you, your resume is tailored for the companies and the jobs you are applying?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
My resume and cover letter is all ready to set.
Mm-hmm. It's something that I want to talk a little bit more tomorrow, but you know what? The market, as we talk about this party and labor market, the market here in Vancouver is super competitive. We need to be really, really well prepared. And I don't know, Andrea, if you have someone is helping you with an organization or another company support you in this search. And I know a little bit about IT, and I know my colleagues, when we are helping people to find a job in IT, that's take a lot of time, but there is still jobs there. Just we need to apply and apply and apply, because the market in IT is super competitive in the lower mainland. No, and it has to be with your specialization, and also because sometimes what, the front desk, they looking for people also, they know a little bit of programming, and also a little bit of maintenance, and also a little bit of change things, and it's something that we need to apply and apply, and to have more information. And Andrea, if you are okay, I will be happy. You can ask Jill, and we can get in contact, and next week, and we can talk a little bit more about your resume, your cover letter, and
Yeah.
if I can support you, happy to do that.
Yeah, and I have something else too. Last week I wrote my CompTIA A+ certification for part 1, and I have passed.
Congratulations.
Thank
Cheers
you.
for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, I have one more exam to go. Then I earn my A+ certification.
Wow. You know what? Those are the kind of things that in this time in COVID, if you don't find a job, get the time to get prepared yourself. All the libraries, they have tons of free courses. And in this time, you have the time, or find the time.
I already
do
knew
those
about
things.
it.
Yes.
I use the library resources. I can
Perfect.
access the free resources tech one, like the because I prefer the networking side, just because I'm not good at programming one. But I can access the resources I wanted.
Yeah, good.
The
Good.
online thing.
Yeah,
And I'm on LinkedIn as well. I've connected all the companies.
Yeah, tomorrow we will talk about LinkedIn, and please remind me to talk about LinkedIn. And if I'm happy to check or review a little bit about your resume and talk a little bit more.
And also, I love to work for London Drugs. And one more thing, I am not actually from BC. I am indeed from Alberta, but I actually want to move to mainland just because I want to get out of this winter weather in Alberta.
Yeah, okay. No, but you know what? I think we need to talk more, because the market in BC in IT is way competitive, and I don't have the numbers, but I know Alberta, they have more options than BC, but yeah, we can chat a little bit more. And let me see if someone has another questions. I really enjoyed the time. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy this time as me.
Where are the places to find like the volunteers, like opportunity?
Okay, I want to share with you is two websites really good in Canada. One is Charity Village, and you will find a lot of volunteer opportunities. And also you will find another place that the name is gotovolunteer.com. And those places, they have a lot of volunteer positions. I want to share with you and these websites, and you can find there the volunteer options. Yeah. Thank you, Jovan.
We have a question from Madison. What are some ideas for what job seekers can do to keep themselves busy, motivated as they wait for response from places they have applied to?
I think keep applying is one thing to keep doing. The other thing is find if you are waiting for the reply. What I will did is, in my field, the knowledge about the BC standards or the law in Canada is something that I know I need to know more, and it's something that I will suggest to you. Is something that you can do now, and also after you send your application, wait for maybe 1 week or 2 weeks to send a follow-up in your applications. But again, my invitation is if you find someone in that company or in the place you want to work, it's easy to search or to follow up with that person than a tons of emails. Tomorrow when we talk about the resumes, I want to show you how the systems work and what will be something important or a tip to follow up with those jobs.
Thank you so much, Jose. And thank you to everyone that has attended today's session. A survey will be sent out to you by email. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. Our next free virtual learning series in collaboration with Monitorability is Build a Great Resume on September 15th from 1 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. If you have not registered, the link will be posted in the chat. See you all very soon. This session has now been ended.